Relax. Take a slow, steady breath in, and let it drift out softly. Feel your body begin to grow heavy, sinking gently into the bed or chair where you rest. Imagine a soft blanket of calm settling over you, as if a gentle evening breeze is brushing across your skin. Notice the rhythm of your breath, slow, even, peaceful. With every inhale, you draw in calmness, and with every exhale, you release tension. There's no need to rush. You're safe, you're comfortable, and you're here only to listen, to wander with your imagination. Picture the faint crackle of a warm hearth in the background, or the whisper of leaves rustling outside your window. These sounds belong to the quiet of night, carrying you toward rest. Now, allow your thoughts to soften. Imagine the world outside fading away, like mist dissolving in the morning sun. Your mind is free to travel, to wander somewhere far from here. Our story today begins in the year 1850, in a city unlike any other. We set sail, not across the ocean, but into the very heart of Victorian London. Entering Victorian London, picture yourself standing on a cobbled street, long before the age of cars and neon lights. The first sensation that greets you is not sight, but smell. Take a slow breath. Do you notice it? The air is thick, heavy, tinged with smoke from endless coal fires. It clings to your throat, scratches at your lungs, and carries with it another odor, darker still, the sour stench of the Thames River. London, in the mid-19th century, was not the shining city of detective tales or glittering ballrooms you may imagine. It was alive, yes, but alive with struggle, with overcrowding, with the endless push of humanity pressed too close together. Feel the fog settle around you now, cool and damp. It curls around the gas lamps that flicker weakly along the streets, their glow swallowed by the haze. You can almost sense the droplets settling on your skin, as if the very air is damp cloth pressing close. As you walk slowly, calmly, you notice the sounds of the city. The clip-clop of horse hooves echo against the stones. Wheels of carriages grind through mud and filth. Children's voices call out, thin and sharp, as they dart between alleys. Somewhere, in the distance, the low whistle of a steam engine cuts through the night, reminding you that this is the age of iron and progress, though progress often left the poor behind. Imagine turning into one of the narrow side lanes. It's cramped here, lined with leaning buildings, their wood frames bowed with age. Laundry hangs above your head, dripping onto the street below. The ground is not clean paving, but a mixture of dirt, waste, and rainwater that forms sluggish streams. As you step carefully, you notice how many people are here. The alley is crowded, filled with families packed into single rooms. You can hear coughing from open windows, the rasp of disease carried easily in such tight quarters. Tuberculosis, typhoid, cholera, illnesses that pass swiftly from one person to the next. You pause, listening to the hum of voices. Some speak in whispers, others in harsh tones. The city is alive, but it is not the romantic London of novels. This is the London of survival. And yet, as unpleasant as it may seem, there is still a strange rhythm to it. The city breathes with you, exhales its fog, inhales the coal smoke. Let yourself sink into that rhythm. Inhale slowly with the city, and exhale gently, letting tension fall away. Our walk brings us to the edge of the Thames. Imagine the river before you, not the shining ribbon of modern postcards, but a sluggish, polluted flow. The tide carries debris, refuse, and the waste of thousands of homes. Take a moment to imagine the sound. The water lapping against stone embankments, thick and slow. Barges creak as they drift past, their lanterns swaying, casting faint glimmers on the black water. And though the smell is sour, sharp, even foul, you need not turn away. Instead, breathe calmly. Let the image become part of your dreamscape. In this story, the river is not just water, but a mirror, reflecting the life of the city. Dirty, dangerous, but still flowing, carrying with it stories untold. You decide to walk further, your steps measured and unhurried. The fog curls closer now, muffling sound. Imagine it as a blanket of calm, a soft veil wrapping the city. The more the mist surrounds you, the quieter the world becomes. In this fog, even crime hides. A figure passes you quickly, head lowered, coat drawn tight. Another lingers in the shadows, waiting for opportunity. But tonight there is no threat. You are only an observer, a traveler from another time, moving gently through the streets. Listen closely. You might hear the faint jingle of coins, a hurried conversation, or the hushed steps of someone not wanting to be seen. London was dangerous in these years, but for you, in this dream, there is only stillness. After wandering the cold streets, imagine stepping inside a small home. The air changes at once. The smoke of coal fires replaces the damp night chill. A hearth crackles gently in the corner, its flames warm and welcoming. You sit beside it, the flicker of light dancing across rough walls. The sound of the fire is soothing. Snap, crackle, pop. Each spark rises and falls, fading softly, carrying away any leftover restlessness you might feel. Close your eyes now, just for a moment, and picture yourself there. Wrapped in a simple blanket, the warmth of the fire at your side, the muffled world of Victorian London beyond the walls. The chaos of the city fades, leaving only this circle of calm. And as you rest, remember, though the London of 1850 was harsh and unforgiving, tonight you are only passing through. You are safe, cocooned in this gentle story. With each breath, with each word, you drift deeper into comfort. Our journey is only beginning. The streets, the people, the truths behind the myths, they await you. But for now, let your body grow heavier still, your mind slower, calmer, more at peak. Take another slow breath in, and let it out. Notice how your body feels heavier now, as if gravity itself is tucking you gently beneath the covers. Your shoulders soften, your jaw loosens, and your chest rises and falls in a steady rhythm. The hearth crackles beside you in our dream, and outside, London continues its restless life. But here, within this cocoon of warmth, you can step back into the streets at your own pace, calm and unhurried. Let's rise once more and open the creaking door. The night air meets us, cool and damp, carrying that familiar blend of coal smoke and fog. But don't resist it. In this gentle journey, even the rough air of Victorian London can feel soothing, like a textured blanket of history wrapping softly around your imagination. As we walk, imagine peering into the homes of ordinary people. Tall tenement buildings lean against one another, bricks soot-darkened, windows cracked or covered with cloth. Within these walls, entire families often share a single room. Picture a narrow staircase, worn with countless feet. At the top, a wooden door opens into a small, crowded space. Inside, you see a straw mattress on the floor, a small table, perhaps a single chair. The air smells of damp clothes, stale bread, and smoke from a shared fire. There is noise, babies crying, mothers whispering lullabies, the cough of a sick elder, the shuffle of tired feet. Yet despite the hardship, notice how life continues. Someone hums a soft tune. A pot of broth simmers, thin but warm. In the midst of struggle, there is still humanity, still warmth. As you picture this, feel your breath steady. Inhale slowly, as though you are drawing in the flicker of that small fire. Exhale softly, releasing the tension of crowded walls. Even in hardship, there is rhythm, and rhythm brings calm. Now let us step back outside. Imagine the fog growing thinner as dawn approaches. The faintest light begins to touch the horizon, filtered through the haze of smoke. The city stirs early. Street vendors rattle their carts, calling out the day's goods. Perhaps fish, fresh or not so fresh, from the river. Perhaps bread, still warm from an oven. You can almost smell it, faintly yeasty, comforting amid the other odors of the street. Children dart through alleys, some with bare feet against the cold stone. They laugh, chase one another, and then vanish into workhouses or factories. Imagine their voices, quick and bright, fading into the morning fog. London in 1850 is restless, always moving, always alive. As you stroll, keep your steps gentle and slow. Each step matches your breathing, carrying you deeper into relaxation. Many imagine this time as the age of Sherlock Holmes and horse-drawn carriages gliding past gentlemen in top hats. And yes, somewhere in the wealthier districts such sites exist. But where we walk, the truth is different. Disease lingers here, moving quietly from home to home. Cholera spreads through the very water people drink. Tuberculosis hangs in the air of crowded rooms. Typhus follows the lice that thrive where cleanliness is impossible. But in this moment, you are safe. These details are not here to frighten you, but to remind you of how far humanity has come, and how precious your own warm bed truly is. Let your breath grow slower now. Each word carries you deeper into rest, like footsteps across a foggy bridge, soft, careful, steady. Now imagine wandering into a bustling marketplace. Wooden stalls line the street, lit by flickering lanterns. Merchants call out their wares, vegetables wilted but for sale, cuts of meat salted to preserve them, coal stacked in sacks. The air is thick with mixed aromas. Onions, fish, smoke, and sweat. It is not pleasant, but it is vivid, alive. Close your eyes for a moment and listen to the sounds. Coins clinking, voices bargaining, the shuffle of carts, the distant clop of hooves. Among the noise, there are softer details too. A woman sells bunches of lavender and herbs, their fragrance sharp and soothing. For just a moment, inhale deeply. Imagine that crisp, herbal scent cutting through the heaviness of coal smoke. Let it wash through you, clearing your mind, calming your thoughts. We leave the market now and find a quieter lane. Here, the fog rests heavy once again, muting the sounds of the city. Imagine sitting on a wooden bench, listening to the muffled world around you. Your body grows heavier, as if you too are sinking into the mist. The world slows. Even the horses' hooves sound distant, softened by the fog. You breathe gently, calmly, as though you are part of the rhythm of the city itself. Let us return once more to the Thames. This time, the morning light shimmers faintly across the dark water. A ferry creaks at the dock, carrying passengers across. Workers shuffle aboard, hats pulled low, shoulders hunched against the damp air. You watch quietly, without hurry. The boat sways gently back and forth, back and forth. Imagine yourself standing at the edge, feeling that slow rocking motion. With each sway, your body relaxes further, back and forth. Inhale and exhale. The smell of the river is still pungent, but tonight, in your story, it no longer unsettles you. Instead, it feels distant, like history itself. Unpleasant, yet softened by the passage of time. You are merely a visitor, carried gently through memory. Even in this grim London, there are moments of beauty. Look upward, the fog parts slightly, revealing the faint outlines of grand buildings rising above. The spire of a church, the columns of a courthouse, the glow of gas lamps reflected in windows. And if you listen closely, you may hear music drifting from a drawing room far away. The soft notes of a piano, faint but clear, float across the night. The sound is delicate, like the brush of a feather. Allow it to settle in your mind, smoothing any last ripples of wakefulness. You have wandered the crowded homes, the noisy markets, the foggy riverside. You've seen the hardship, smelled the coal smoke, felt the press of humanity. But now, as the city grows louder, you return once more to your hearth, your small sanctuary. Imagine the door closing softly behind you. The fire glows warmly, steady and bright. You curl beneath a simple blanket. The world outside fades into a muffled hum, distant and harmless. You are safe. You are warm. The fog of Victorian London is only a dreamscape, and as your eyes grow heavier, you drift deeper into calm. Our journey is not yet done. There are more corners of the city to explore. The crime, the danger, the resilience of those who lived here. But for now, rest. Allow yourself to sink further, deeper, calmer, with every breath. Take a slow, deep breath. Hold it gently for a moment, and let it drift away, soft as mist dissolving in the dawn. You are safe here, warm and still. The fire flickers faintly beside you in our imagined room, but the dream continues to expand. You step back outside, and the streets of Victorian London are waiting. Imagine turning down one of the city's darker passages. The alley is narrow, barely wide enough for two people to pass. Stone walls rise steeply on either side, damp with moisture. The fog settles thick here, dimming the lantern light until it glows like a faded candle. The ground beneath your feet is slick with mud and waste. A rat darts across the path, disappearing into a pile of discarded scraps. You hear footsteps echoing faintly behind you, but when you glance back, the figure melts into the shadows. This is not the London of grandeur. It is the London of survival. Here, thieves and pickpockets wait for distraction, while beggars rest against the cold brick, their voices soft and pleading. Yet, in this dream, there is no danger. You pass quietly, calmly, a silent visitor moving unseen through history. Notice your breath, slow even. As you walk deeper into the alley, each exhale carries away the tension of the day. Inhale fog, exhale peace. At the end of the lane, a heavy wooden door creaks open. Imagine stepping inside. This is the workhouse, one of the institutions built for the poor, the desperate, the abandoned. The air is cold, carrying the scent of soap, damp clothing, and thin gruel simmering in pots. Rows of beds stretch across a large room, each one simple and hard. Families are separated here. Men in one ward, women in another, children in yet another. You hear the quiet murmur of voices, the shuffle of tired feet, the cough of the sick. There is sadness here, yet also routine, order, the faint hope of shelter and food. For many, this is all they had. As you observe, imagine wrapping yourself in calm detachment. You do not suffer here, you simply witness, like a drifting spirit of time. Let the rhythm of their quiet movements lull you. Step by step, sound by sound, you fall deeper into serenity. Leaving the workhouse, you hear another sound rising over the city, the deep rumble of factories. London in 1850 is alive with industry. Steam engines hiss, gears grind, hammers ring against metal. Picture a factory at dawn. Tall chimneys belching smoke, casting the sky into gray. Inside, workers move quickly, their motions repetitive, endless. Children feed machines, men haul coal, women stitch in endless rows. The air is hot, acrid, filled with the clamor of iron and steam. Yet in our story, you are untouched by the noise. You simply stand at the doorway, listening, as if the factory is a great heartbeat echoing through the city. Thump, hiss, grind, over and over, steady and rhythmic, like a lullaby of industry. Allow that rhythm to match your breath. Inhale with the hiss of steam. Exhale with the thump of the hammer. Calm, steady, slow. We walk again into the fog. This time, the streets grow quieter, more dangerous. Somewhere in the shadows, a deal is struck. Coins exchanged for stolen goods. A figure whispers harshly, then disappears into the mist. Victorian London was a place of crime as much as commerce. Gangs of pickpockets roamed the crowded markets. Prostitution thrived in hidden alleys. Smugglers carried contraband along the river. But remember, you are only a traveler. No harm can touch you here. You drift softly past, as if invisible, guided by the mist. Each step carries you deeper into relaxation, even as the city grows darker. The silence of these streets is not frightening. It is soothing. Shadows fold gently around you, wrapping you in stillness. Imagine the hush of the fog, soft and protective, like a blanket laid over your thoughts. The docks at night. Now imagine reaching the river docks. Lanterns sway in the night breeze, casting orange halos on the water. Ships creak against their moorings, sails furled, ropes groaning. The scent here is strong tar, salt, coal, and fish all blending together. Dockworkers move slowly, lifting crates, rolling barrels. Their voices echo low and weary. You hear the flap of canvas, the cry of gulls circling overhead. Stand at the edge of the dock. Look out over the Thames. The water moves sluggishly, reflecting the glow of lamps in shimmering, broken lines. The night is cool here, the breeze gentle against your face. Let that breeze soothe you. Imagine it brushing softly across your skin, carrying away tension, carrying away thought. Breathe in the damp air. Breathe out peace. The night deepens once more. Fog curls across the docks, swallowing lantern light, muffling voices. You step back into its embrace, allowing it to guide you inward. In this dream, the fog is your comfort. Each tendril of mist wraps softly around your shoulders, whispering quiet. It dulls the sharp edges of sound, smooths the roughness of the city. London fades into a hushed lullaby. Your body grows heavier, your thoughts slower. The more the fog thickens, the calmer you become. Imagine it filling every corner of your mind, not with darkness, but with soft gray quiet. You have walked through alleys and workhouses, factories and docks. You've seen shadows of crime, echoes of industry, whispers of hardship. And yet, you remain untouched. Only calmer, only softer, only more at peace. As the fog folds over the city, you return once more to your quiet room. The door closes gently, and the fire glows steady in the hearth. You wrap yourself in a blanket, listening to the faint crackle of the flames. Outside, London continues loud, busy, chaotic. But inside, in your dream, there is only stillness. The city is far away, softened by mist, and you are drifting deeper into rest. Take another slow breath now, in and out. Let the warmth of the fire fill you. Let the fog of London cradle you. You are safe. You are calm. You are ready to drift further, deeper.